Good morning. Happy Easter, space patriots. He is risen. Cheers to he. Delicious blood of Christ. Actually, it's just water. Check it out. This is what I'm munching on. Where are you from? What you munching on? The only thing better than, Easter eggs, Reese's Easter eggs are white chocolate ones. I like white chocolate. It is much better than regular chocolate. How's it going? We're here for what I call the NROL-85. This is a National Reconnaissance Office launch of a classified payload spy satellite for the government, for the U.S. government, launching on a Falcon 9 rocket out of Vandenberg Space Force Base, California. And I forgot because the sun's shining here, so I apologize if my lighting's a little bit off. But I wanted to keep the curtains open because it's beautiful out here in Ohio. And of course, I'm Kevin. Where are you from? What you munching on? It's dark in Vandenberg right now because they're on the West Coast. Keith Mabe, I see you there on Locals. Locals, feel free to use the Locals chat so I can see you more easily. Good morning. Happy Easter. Coffee and pigs in a blanket here in Houston, Texas. I like your style. Do you eat those with ketchup or mustard or just plain? Let me know. Fly Grim, happy Easter from Nazareth, PA. That's a very convenient locale for such an occasion. Andy, good morning. Justin, our YouTube mod, stopping over. Good morning, everyone. T-minus 6.5 minutes to launch. Yeah, it is. It's looking a little foggy out there. Most of the fog's coming from their fog machine, their boomstick. Let me switch cams. Here we go. LumaWipe. But yeah, Vandenberg's actually not as foggy as we're used to seeing. Normally, like on average right now, we wouldn't be able to see the rocket because Vandenberg tends to be pretty foggy in the AM. But it's not looking too shabby. Yeah, you can even see the coast. You can see the ocean. I see you over there. I'm just going to say the last part of your name there, Tort. I see you in the chat. All right, so let's talk about this mission really quick. Let's go to spacex.com/launches. Scroll on down, meow. So this is a pretty notable launch for the National Reconnaissance Office. This booster supporting this mission previously launched on NROL-87, okay? So there you go. They're using a reused booster. Good for them. Awesome. And it's going to land back at landing zone 4. So it's going to be a coastal landing. But now that they're using Starlink to land or to watch boosters land on the drone ships, I guess it really doesn't matter anymore if they land on the coast or the drone ship because we should have a pretty decent view no matter which way. But definitely for sure on the coastal landing zone, we'll be able to see the booster so long as like the fog doesn't roll in or something. Okay, good stuff. Now, since this is a top secret classified payload, as soon as they land the booster, they're going to be cutting the stream. They won't be showing like payload deployment or anything. Sad face teardrop.
As well as operating
John is hosting today. What up, John? Happy Easter, John.
Security. These sophisticated systems are used to develop military targeting data, support international humanitarian relief operations, and assess the impact of natural disasters. As a reminder per the NRO, we will not be sharing any views from the second stage today. We'll be ending our webcast shortly after the planned first stage landing at the T+8 minute mark. We're just inside T-minus 4 minutes and counting. All systems continue to be go for an on-time launch. Range is green, weather is excellent. Vehicle and payload continue to be healthy. Now, if for some reason we are not able to launch today, we do have a backup window tomorrow about 15 minutes earlier. Right now you can see the strong back is retracting away from the Falcon 9. The clamps opened up a little bit earlier. We're now moving away. It's moving from a position of 90 degrees upright to about 77 degrees. This is different from our East Coast launches where we move a couple of degrees at first and then pull further away at liftoff.
All right. Thank you for that, John. We'll get back to here in a second. Of course, I also have Wilson with me, so I'm not hosting alone. I got John and Wilson as my sidekicks. Let me see if I can get the doggos in here. Kunu was extra happy this morning for some reason. He must know it's Easter. Maybe he thinks he's getting candy today. And of course, Peepiopi is always happy, especially on Easter because it's his holiday, because his nickname is Peeps. Peepiopi, short for Peeps. I don't think they're gonna come.
You can see a little bit of the views in those close-ups where you saw the umbilical stretching out. They're carrying the gas, communications, commands, and propellants to the Falcon 9 second stage.
Come here.
Now next up, coming up in about 25 seconds, we ought to hear completion of loading liquid oxygen onto the second stage, and that will complete propellant loading for flight. And then going a little farther into the countdown at T-minus 60 seconds, the rocket's internal flight computers on the first and second stages will take over the launch countdown.
There's my happy boy.
And just inside of 2 seconds, we'll light the Merlin 1D engines. Falcon 9 will command the ground to release the hold-down clamps at T0 as we reach liftoff thrust.
See, I'm happy this morning. I'm happy this morning. You want to breathe into the mic? Come here.
Waiting to hear the call out of liquid oxygen
mouth breather.
complete on the second stage.
You mouth breather. Yeah, you're a good boy. See, I'm extra happy
Stage 2
today.
launch load is complete.
Peepiopi must be snuggling with the lawyer wife. He's a mama's boy.
And right now, the NROL-85 payload team continues to be go, and the Falcon 9 team is tracking no issues on the rocket. T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds. We're now venting down the strong
Gas
back.
launch closeouts.
That's what they call the gas launch closeouts. That's why you're seeing the large cloud coming off the strong back as we bleed off the pressure and drain the liquid oxygen in the line. Makes for a great show right now in the pre-dawn morning out at Vandenberg.
Here we go. Got some major vintage. Let's do this thing.
Coming up on 60
SpaceX.
seconds when we'll hear the start-up call-out. Start-up call-out on the flight computers.
What are you looking at? Come here.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. You lay in your corner. You gonna lay in your corner? There you go. Good boy. You beating the drum on the door? You.
MDs go for launch.
Kunu. Beat the drum.
Now you've heard the call-out coming up on T-minus 30 seconds. Mission Director, go for launch.
Very silly.
Everything looking good for Falcon 9 and NROL-85.
Let's do it, SpaceX. He is risen. The rocket is about to rise as well. Hi. Yeah, you're a good boy. What's going on, Ian? I see you over there.
15 seconds.
Thanks for tuning in with us.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
She's wet.
Off the Falcon 9. Go NROL-85.
Downrange.
Guessing it didn't explode. I can't tell.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
There we go. They didn't cue us into the sounds of the rocket. I missed them. They've been dropping the ball on that lately.
We're T-plus 42 seconds into the NROL-85 mission. We heard that first call
Power
out.
and telemetry nominal.
And power and telemetry are nominal.
There's Peeps.
We're now into the throttle down. Falcon 9 decreasing thrust to prepare for max Q, the highest amount of aerodynamic pressure.
Hi, Peepers.
Vehicle supersonic.
Falcon 9 going faster than the speed of sound. The Merlin engines have throttled back up to full power.
Hey,
Max Q.
you're a good boy. You're a good
Now we're
boy.
through the period of maximum dynamic pressure where the stresses are greatest on the Falcon 9.
See ya, Peeps. Oh, he's gotta bring a toy in. There he is. Say, I have Christmas. I have Easter gift for you, Dad. Thank you. Thank you.
Plus
That's
1
so
minute
kind.
30 seconds. Everything continues to be nominal on Falcon 9. Trajectory looking good on the first stage. We should hear a call out here shortly. MVAC-D chillin'.
That's an awesome view, man. Check out the plume. Hope they keep this tracking camera the whole time during stage step. Again, it's a rarity, but it's awesome to see.
Begun.
Crystal clear skies,
Getting the
man.
second stage engine ready for ignition, coming up very shortly here. We're
Stay
getting
with
ready
it.
for main engine cutoff, stage separation. The first stage will head back to the launch site. The second stage will ignite and head to orbit.
Stay with it. Yes.
Nico. Stage separation confirmed.
No! No! We wanted the ground tracking.
INVAC ignition.
Stage 1 boost back startup.
And there you've heard it.
Hi.
And we maybe even saw all those 5 events that happened back to back. Now currently on the screen, the first stage has begun its flip maneuver to reorient the nose back towards Vandenberg, and we have lit 3 Merlin engines. This is the boost back burn, the first of 3 burns the first stage will execute. This burn lasts a duration of about 48 seconds. Now while the burn's in progress, we'll also be having events on the second stage, but we may not be hearing those. And we won't be broadcasting second stage camera views at the request of our customer.
That's okay. Stay with the first stage that we really care
Fairing
about.
separation confirmed.
And we did hear fairing separation.
Even though it's our
other
tax
than
dollars on that second stage.
that. Boost back burn shutdown is coming up.
You brought
Stage
another
1
toy
boost
in.
back shutdown.
You brought his
Right
squeak
on
bone.
time. We've got shutdown of the 3 Merlin engines. We'll next be waiting to see the titanium grid fins begin their deploy now that the boost back burn is complete.
Yep, we're heading back to the coast for this landing, so they
And
did a
here come
boost
the
back
fins.
burn.
Pin pull
These
is
titanium
releasing.
grid
and the 4
fins.
titanium grid fins beginning their slow deploy.
Hi, Boboosh. You're being awfully snuggly this morning. Getting all of my personal space.
Coming up on 4 minutes into launch. Now with that boost back burn done, our first stage will be attempting its land landing in just 4 minutes at T plus 8 minute mark. We're now heading back to the launch and landing site at Slick 4, but you'll notice the first stage has continued to coast up to apogee. You can see there on the screen
Max
we've got the altitude
speed.
and speed indicators of the first stage, 132 kilometers, and now we'll begin descending back down towards the Earth's atmosphere.
Quit your bone.
Now there will be
You
2
walked
more
right
burns
past
of
it.
the first
Yes, you
stage
did.
engines. One will be the entry burn. That's the next one up. Again, where 3 of the Merlin engines will reignite, the same 3 we just used on that boost back to head it back to Vandenberg. There's a view looking out of the inner stage on the first stage. Second stage now gone, but that gives you an idea if you were sitting inside the inner stage what the view looks like out of it. There's a view. We're slowly getting some of the ocean
Live
and
streaming.
California clouds.
Good
As
morning.
the first stage
Happy
continues
Easter.
to
Look what I
orient
have.
and head back towards the landing zone. Now
They're
the
not for
entry
you 'cause
burn
they're
that I
right here for
mentioned
me.
that'll be coming up, that'll be to help slow the stage down in preparation for entry
Both
back.
vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
We got a good call out there. Everybody's on nominal trajectories. You may be able to see on the right-hand
he's
side
happy
above
this
that
morning.
right grid fin, that kind of whiter squiggly line. I think that may be the contrail from the liftoff of the Falcon 9 as
No,
we're
he's
heading
just-
back
he's
right
happy.
towards about that spot, 1,400 feet away from the liftoff. Now you can see the altitude decreasing. We're down to just inside the 100 kilometer point. Velocity is picking up again. The entry burn will light, and that'll scrub off some of that speed.
All right, as
Now
much
in
as
the
I
back-
hate cutting John off because I love his cartoonish voice, I got to say hi to some of you in the chat here. We got, I'm just going to say your real name there, Eric. Eric Beavers is in the chat. What's up, BFR? Good to hear from you. Hope work isn't killing you too much. He's been busy lately. What's going on, Strom? Carl? That 0G is ignition still confuses the fans of the Gemini Apollo era. Some things are hard to unlearn. Ian, you found the Rumble rants. That's great. You can use both chats if you want. I got my eye on both of them. Top of the first stage was toasted nicely. All right. Just the entry burn we got going right here. Sorry, the lawyer wife distracted me a little bit. Apparently she woke up. Lucky. Man. Peeps keeps bringing in his toys. He's starting a pile. Aren't you, Peeps? Yeah. We got our eye on you. Dang, look at that. The colors keep changing on us on this first stage cam. This camera's on the inner stage of the rocket looking down the rocket. Those titanium grid fins are going to start doing their job, meow. Steering the rocket toward the landing zone. Isn't that right, peepers? All right. I think he finally found his resting spot. Just staring at his toys. Like, why won't you guys play with me? You're just sitting there, dumb toys.
Stage 1 is transonic.
Looks like we're going to do some cloud licking on the way in. Nice. We're getting
Stage
everything
2
this
FPS
morning.
is saved. Stage
Come
1
on,
landing
grid
burn.
fins. We're
We've
grid
got
fins.
landing burn. You see the grid fins beginning to operate. Waiting to come through the cloud deck for a view of landing zone 4 at the old Slick 4 West at Vandenberg.
You can kind of hear the engines vibrating the rocket.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
Shot in the dark. There we go.
Landing leg
View from the
deployed.
ground camera. Landing legs deploying.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Booyah! Please clap.
And as you see on your screen, the Falcon 9 first stage has successfully landed at our landing zone, making this the second consecutive landing for this booster.
Looks pretty
And
much
it
like a
also
bullseye
marks
to me.
114th overall successful recovery of a first stage booster. Now, since we just finished
Right
the
on the
landing
mark.
of the first stage, at the request of our customer, we are concluding our webcast coverage early today. We want to thank the NRO and the U.S. Space Force for entrusting us with today's launch. And of course, thank you to all of you for joining us, and hope you'll all enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thanks, John. Appreciate you, bro. That was a good one. Great start to our Easter, yeah? It's gonna get even better once I hatch open these Easter eggs, man. Cyber Herbalist, another BFR. Howdy, I just made it 40 seconds before liftoff. Well, I'm happy for it, man. Perfect timing. Definitely cheers to those of you who are early risers on the West Coast. All right. Well, we're going to call our stream there as well. I'm going to get to enjoying my Easter. I hope you guys enjoy yours. Have a happy one. Spend time with the family. Hide your Easter eggs in piles of dog poop for the kids. That's why I can't be a parent, because I do exactly that. Oh, you want this egg? You're going to have to work for it. Reach into the dog poop. We got plenty of it in our backyard. It did look, yeah, you're right, Andy. It did look slanted. I was going to say that, but it looked slanted upon landing, but it hit right on the X. Bullseye. Good stuff. Chicken or the egg? Which one came first? Definitely the chicken. All right. Chicken came first before the egg. But eggs, I don't know. Which are more delicious, chickens or eggs? Chickens or chicken eggs? I do love myself some over easy eggs with toast in the morning, but I also really love chicken wings. So I'm gonna say chicken came first, and chickens are more delish. Pig out on candy. Oh, you don't need to tell me to do that. I'm gonna. All right. Have a good one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll have our episode on Tuesday. The crew of Axe 1 are supposed to detach from the space station on Tuesday, splash down on Wednesday. I don't think we'll be covering that one. It's going to be early in the morning, and I don't know if they're going to stream it or not. I'm sure they probably will. And then we have Crew 4. They're supposed to launch, I believe, on Saturday. So we got some more live streams coming up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, both on Rumble and on YouTube, so you don't miss any of those. And until our next one, Godspeed. Outro commence.